So Ben, it's a frustrating result again today. How are the lads feeling after that?
Yeah, the first half was probably the worst half of football we've had. It's hard to put a finger in it right now. Obviously going to look at the game later when it comes in. But it was just flat, and I felt sorry for the fans, and it's probably the first time this season, don't get me wrong, we've had a few sort of off moments. It's the first time we must have been bad to watch, and we have to apologise about that. And like I said, it just wasn't quite there. We weren't winning the seconds enough. We actually looked on top from the first 5 minutes. It felt like it was going to be a good game, and then something went wrong. We gave away a poor free kick against the runner player at the time, and then let a runner go in the box, which is something that we don't do. So not happy in that, and we've sort of riled the boys up at half time. We've showed where our expectations are at and what our standards are meant to be, and that what the performance we're putting onto the fans was nowhere near good enough. And I think we come out the second half, and it was a brilliant second half of football, great performance, but we scored one goal, and that's been an issue that's been pending all around. We look at the Sittingbourne game on Tuesday. I thought we matched them for 90 minutes of the game, and we didn't put our chances away, and they ended up putting their chances, and they put the two right at the end of the game away to make it 3-0. And you look at today, we could have had 4 or 5 chances, all fall down to us attacking set pieces, desire to win the ball, and it's just not there. And it's one of them, you don't want to pick out on players and things like that, because it's falling to a lot of different players every time, and it's just we're on a bad run of form in terms of in front of goal. And it's not a case of our strikers need to do more and things. It's just all round at the moment. We're getting there, and it's just an issue of just putting that ball in the back of the net. And I don't know if it's pressure and things like that at the moment. Maybe players are feeling it. There's a lot of opportunities to take places. We've got a much bigger squad, and at the moment, like I said at the end of the game, is who's really going right. I'm going to put this ball in the back of the net, and I'm going to play next week. And that's where we're lacking a little bit at the moment. But we have to stick together. I think hearing the fans at the end of the game cheer us in the manner that they did, I think they saw that we showed that we cared, and we've shown pretty much all season how much we care and the effort that we do put in. The first half was nowhere near that, nowhere near the levels we accept. The second half was, and probably frustrating that we have let in that first goal. I think you could come away today with a good enough performance in the first half and win 1-0, and we say the same sort of story, boys. We've got to put more balls in the back of the net a little bit and make sure we're dominating these games in terms of with the result. But we've come away with a point. We have to try and take a positive from it, and we have to kick on to next week now.
Obviously, you talk about the goal scoring form. As you said yourself, it's been very patchy over the last few weeks. Where do you think you can look to in the squad to improve this potentially? We've
got the players. We know we've got the players. There is obviously possibilities of maybe if it fell to another player, it might go in. But like we said, it's not a case of the same player. It's not a case of giving the same opportunity to the same player and he's not putting them away. It is just a bit of bad luck, I think. I think sometimes in football you need it to fall perfectly to you, and you need to make sure that you're striking the ball right. And at the end of the day, we're sort of on the wrong end of both of them. And in terms of attitude, it was brilliant. In terms of trying to keep going to the fans, we're very good going this way, and it was very good second half. It was a complete dominating, but to only get one goal, that's where we've got to be better. And we're working on things in training, and in training everything's looking good. But I think as it sort of creeps into your mind, you start thinking, oh, who's it going to be? And then there is that slight bit of pressure. And for us, I think we need to just be a little bit more dominant from the start, make sure that we stay in the game, and then we go from there and just come away with the 3 points, and then we can start to build. But it's not all doom and gloom. We've just got to make sure we get it right for the running at the moment. There's 8 games to go.
Yeah, it's about 8 games. You've got Littlehampton next at home. What do you have to say to the fans, keep their spirits high?
Yeah, like we said, we sort of said at the end of the game, we probably don't deserve the way that they were cheering because of how bad the first half was. Don't get me wrong, the second half was good, and it was on the front foot, and we played better football and we created more chances. So we have given them something that they've come here for, but for them to hang about and keep cheering us in the manner they do is absolutely brilliant. And there is a bit of a thing here, we're so good shooting this way, and it's obvious why it is, because we're going into those fans and the noise that they make, and they keep us going. We've just got to do a little bit better in first halves of football.
Thank you, Ben.
No worries.